Parents' Weekend is right around the corner. See how local businesses are gearing up.
Find out why Cal Poly researchers think this green goo will revolutionize transportation.
And a Cal Poly freshman brings his international experience to the soccer field.
Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
I'm Briana Whitney.
And I'm Olivia DeGennaro. You're watching our weekly half-hour broadcast of Mustang News.
After 16 days of shutdown, the government has officially reopened.
Last night, President Obama signed a bill to reopen the government and extend the debt ceiling. Obama said federally funded programs and agencies will restart immediately. The bill will fund the government through January 15th, and the government's borrowing power is extended to February 7th. The bill also calls for Congress to agree on a long-term budget plan by mid-December.
Poly Escapes is one group on campus that will benefit from the government reopening. Employees said that the shutdown negatively affected their trip plans and revenue. Trips that were planned to go to national parks had to change locations. According to trip leaders, this was frustrating for participants.
Especially since we already posted specific trips to national parks. A lot of the people who signed up for those trips were very excited to go on those trips, really wanted to go and see that specific place. And then we had to change at the last minute due to the government shutdown, and that caused a lot of people to want to drop those trips.
Escape's planned trip this weekend to Kings Canyon National Park. That had to be relocated to Sykes Hot Springs. Although the government has reopened, they plan on visiting the new destination soon.
Cal Poly and the community is getting ready for visitors. Christina Favuzzi spoke with local businesses to find out how they're preparing for Parents' Weekend.
Hotels, restaurants, and shops. The Central Coast is getting ready for your parents.
All the hotels are filled, which is 2,000 beds, 2,000 rooms. So we're going to expect at least double that, maybe more. So we're definitely going to see an influx of people. We're going to see a lot more people walking downtown and in the restaurants and in the shops.
Cal Poly Parents Weekend, October 25th and 26th, is expected to cause a major boost to the local economy.
Parents Weekend is great for the whole city and really brings people out and about, checking out brunch, lunch, and dinner, so I think it helps us a lot.
All 17 rooms at Granada Hotel are booked, and their bistro expects a busy weekend too. That's a common theme around the Central Coast.
It's nice to have the families from San Francisco to LA, all over the place to come and visit and have dinner here.
Don't forget the Cal Poly gear. The Cal Poly downtown store says it is by far their busiest and most profitable weekend of the year. The biggest tip from local businesses: plan ahead for a busy and crowded weekend.
We are so fortunate and so lucky to have Cal Poly here. It really is the flavor and the essence of what this town was built on. So we're just always excited to welcome the parents.
Christina Favuzzi, Mustang News.
Many of the hotels we spoke with said they are also completely booked for Parents' Weekends, like open house and graduation.
A group of veterans is cycling down the coast for the Road to Recovery California Challenge. They started in Palo Alto on Sunday. The cyclists went through Cal Poly on Wednesday. The ride improves the wellness of injured veterans and speeds up the recovery process. Cycling is a sport that veterans with both mental and physical disabilities can participate in.
Cycling, I owe it all to cycling. Rehabilitating, getting stronger mentally, physically, friendships, employment. It's been quite a journey.
They are about halfway through their 480-mile journey. The finish line is in Santa Monica on Saturday.
A local business reached a landmark this month. We took a taste test at the popular study spot. Doko celebrated its third birthday on September 30th this year. In its short life as a local business, it has become the go-to place for donuts and a popular study spot for students.
They're not your regular, circle donuts. There are pillows, there's, croissants.
With more than 30 different varieties, Doko offers unique donut flavors.
We're not afraid to try or experiment with different things.
The most popular pastries, maple bacon bars, and Nutella pillows. But the flavors aren't the only thing that draw people to Doko.
I enjoy that it's a college environment, so I see a lot of people that I know.
Just the culture here, it's got like this young feel, good music, a lot of people hanging out here.
The shop is open 24 hours and offers free internet to all of its customers.
It's a great place to have a cup of coffee, get a donut, do some homework.
This is where I get the most work done.
And while you're enjoying your sweet snack, you can pick up the latest copy of Mustang News.
I have people coming from the other side of town just saying they pass up all the other donuts because it's so good here.
Slow Donut Company is on the corner of Foothill and Broad. You can try their donuts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Former State Senator Sam Blakesley is looking to Cal Poly students for solutions to statewide public policy issues. Blakesley is the founder of the Institute for Advanced Technology and Public Policy. This new institute utilizes our students and faculty to come up with new ways to improve public policy through advanced technology.
And here at Cal Poly, there are some incredibly talented faculty and students who, frankly, can have a big impact if we can get the right questions in front of them. And that's what this institute is about. It's an exercise in identifying some of the top priorities in the state of California, policy challenges that need to be addressed, and pairing them up with really bright, even brilliant faculty and students.
For more information, you can check out their page on the Cal Poly website.
Coming up, find out how Cal Poly is receiving $1.3 million from the Department of Energy and what they plan to do with the money.
And find out how runners raised $100,000 for one local college. Welcome back. A popular Central California major is now its own department on campus. Wine and viticulture began as a major in 2004, and this past July it became its own department. For the first time, the wine and viticulture program will be able to hire new faculty into their department. Previously, new faculty were hired into either the Department of Agribusiness, Food Science and Nutrition, or Horticulture Crop Science.
It's been a long time in coming. I think it's a way that the campus recognizes this area, this discipline, wine and viticulture, as being of enough significance to create an actual department.
Cooper said the department's plan going forward is to raise private money, build a winery, and then fill the space they have been borrowing with labs for classes. He said the project will cost about $10 million, and they hope to break ground in the next 18 months.
Quincy Freeman is the winner of a Cal Poly elevator pitch competition. The competition is put on by the Cal Poly Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. It gets the name with the idea that students only have 90 seconds in an elevator to pitch an idea to a potential investor. Central Coast business owners and Cal Poly students came to the event to network.
And I thought it would be kind of a fun thing to do and a good way to promote the business that I'm running right now called Home Slice.
Moyers pitched his application called Home Slice, where roommates can use one application to manage their bills, chores, and different lists. Other pitches included an alarm that beeps until you turn your shower on, and a company that designs playgrounds for third world countries. Freeman won an all-expense-paid trip to Chicago.
Cal Poly researchers are using their learn by doing philosophy to make everyday transportation a little greener. Lisa Diaz takes a look inside their lab.
This green goo is algae, and Cal Poly engineers are working with it to develop the transportation fuel of the future.
Ducks like it, so we should like it too, because we can get lots of different energy. There's lots of ideas that people have that you can use algae for.
The goal is to turn algae from municipal and agricultural waste into a sustainable biofuel.
It's a terrific situation. I had a visitor here last week, and he was just amazed that we have so many capabilities at our pilot plant.
50 undergraduate students are currently working on the project.
So it really is a student-run initiative.
Engineering students design their own tests and experiments for the research.
It's good because you learn to work with others in a lab environment, and it definitely gives you some valuable experience that you'll use in the future.
The Department of Energy gave Cal Poly three $1.3 million grants this year to fund the project. The university was one of only 2 chosen in the nation for the most recent grant given in August.
The best fuel of the future that you can grow is probably the one that you don't actually eat. So algae is a great source of that because people don't eat algae. It won't compete with the food supplies.
Algae may be the fastest renewing source of biofuel.
Algae biofuel is a great place to start because algae is really easy to grow. It grows even when you don't want it to.
As for using algae research to cut down on fossil fuel dependency,
it's worth a try.
For Mustang News, I'm Lisa Diaz.
The investment in Cal Poly is part of the Department of Energy's effort to make algae biofuels available by 2022.
A distinguished professor and controversial writer gave the Cal Poly community a preview of his latest work at Shumash Auditorium on Wednesday. David Halperin is a University of Michigan W.H. Auden Distinguished University Professor who teaches the history and theory of sexuality. He gave students a preview of the project he is currently working on.
Certain things I draw from my own experience or from the experiences of others, but in this project I'm really talking about different literary and philosophical texts.
So altogether, I'd say it's very intriguing how he took a lot of these old and outdated, maybe lofty notions and put them in a very cohesive, explicit lecture.
Dr. Halperin has written 4 other books and continues to work on his current project, What is Sex For?
Some people ran all the way from SLO to Pismo Beach this past weekend. Lisa Diaz shows us why.
The Cuesta College Athletic Department has some new spending money.
We raised probably $100,000 for the college.
People from all over came to the San Luis Obispo area Saturday to run from the city to the sea.
We had 2,500 participants, so 500 in the 5K and 2,000 in the half marathon. We lucked out and had beautiful weather, which means everybody gets to run fast and stays healthy at the same time.
The beautiful course makes this race a popular one.
It kind of makes it a little destination weekend for us to get a condo for the weekend and make kind of a group trip out of it, and based around the
Event
race.
is followed by a family-friendly festival at Dinosaur Caves Park. The City to the Sea Half Marathon and 5K is the Cuesta Athletic Department's biggest fundraiser. Some runners use the opportunity to raise money both for the Cougars and for their own cause.
Running for water so that people, particularly in South Sudan, can have water, and they don't presently have water. Most people there, the average walk is, 6 kilometers on a daily basis to get fresh water.
The first thing the Cougars will do with the funds they raised from the race is retrofit the long jump area on their track.
I have a special place in my heart for the college just because of the events they put on. I enjoy the athleticism and the quality of events.
Lisa Diaz, Mustang News.
The race director recommends signing up 6 weeks in advance if you're interested in running the City to Sea next year. Cal Poly's Graphic Communication Department is expanding relations to the other side of the world. The department has established a partnership with Northern Melbourne Institute of Technical and Further Education in Australia. Cal Poly's graphic department was sought out by the university to learn more about our strong publishing elements. Instructor Ivan Bradley was chosen as the Australian school's first visiting professor to lecture on topics including principles of design and typography.
They want to form a partnership to have guest professors and students to be able to go over there for a length of time to get training or learn over there as well. So it was a break the ice situation.
Former Graphic Communication Department head Harvey Levinson first established this worldwide relationship. Other cooperative programs under consideration between Cal Poly and NMIT include short and long-term visiting scholars, faculty exchanges, and student exchanges.
The Alternative Breaks program is hosting an info session on Thursday about their upcoming service trips. The program is traveling to Nashville and New Orleans this winter break. Students will have the opportunity to make a difference in local communities.
You're only with each other for a week. You always come back like, we did that together, and that was really, really cool, and we helped better that community in a small way, but it needed to happen.
The New Orleans trip will focus on disaster relief and helping to rebuild homes and plant trees. Students will work with the Second Harvest Food Bank and disadvantaged youth on the Nashville trip. The last info session is Thursday at 9 a.m. and UU room 220.
It has been really nice out. I'm hoping it's going to be the same for this weekend.
Yes, well, after the break, Denzel Quarterman is here with a look at your weekend weather. Plus, Aaron Bandler tells us about a new soccer star in Mustang sports.
Welcome back to Mustang News. Okay, we've had a lot of sun. I have not made it to Avila Beach. I want to. I'm hoping this is going to be next week real sunny.
I'm hoping for some fall weather soon, so Denzel Quarterman is in our weather center. What's in store for us this weekend?
Thanks, ladies. We actually have some good news for you. That warm weather that you're hoping for is actually going to come right in. We're taking a look at Cal Poly's campus right now. you're seeing clear skies. Let's go ahead and take a look at our headlines. Thanks. We're going to have some high and dry temperatures. Temperatures about 80 to 83 degrees today. It's going to be really dry. Our weak onshore winds is going to keep San Luis Obispo and Santa Maria in the mid to low 80s. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our 5-day forecast. Thank you. On Thursday, like I said, we're going to be around 83 for our high. It's going to get a little bit cold tonight, so let's make sure that we bring a jacket, getting down to about 42. On Friday, going to drop down a little bit into the 80, to 80, and then throughout the weekend, we're going to drop down to the 70s, the mid to high 70s, and the lows are going to be at about 55 degrees. So, ladies, hopefully you brought your bathing suits because the beach is coming up soon, right?
Right, Denzel. So no sweaters yet.
Bummer. I guess I'll have to make it to the beach this weekend. Well, sports reporter Aaron Bandler is here with us on the desk. What's going on in Mustang sports?
Thanks, ladies. Cal Poly Volleyball stands tied fourth after their loss to Hawaii and UCSB's win last week. The Mustangs are back to Big West Conference play this week. Cal Poly will take on UC Davis and #1 Cal State Northridge this weekend at home Friday and Saturday. Northridge comes in 15-3 and is undefeated in the Big West Conference. One freshman volleyball player is making an immediate impact. Starting middle blocker Taylor Gruenwald leads the Mustangs with 42 total blocks and has 146 kills on the season. Gruenwald says the adjustment to college sports has been smooth because she could not ask for a better team. Gruenwald comes to San Luis Obispo from South Lake, Texas, and this is her first time in California.
Oh man, Texas. Sports are crazy. Sports are crazy there, but anywhere you go in college it's just going to be faster, but it's pretty similar just because college sports are so big everywhere, and so it's nice to have that feeling that sports are big and something important here.
Gruenwald was the first freshman to ever make her high school team. She was All-League 3 times, and her team was ranked 6th nationally in 2012 when she was named Carroll High School Athlete of the Year. A soccer player on Cal Poly's campus is making an early statement. Sports reporter Denzel Quarterman has the story.
Cool, calm, collected. Just a few adjectives to describe freshman winger Ariel Lassiter. You wouldn't know unless you asked, but Ariel, or Ari as he's called on the field, is a member of the U.S. national team youth player pool and an alternate for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Turkey.
He's composed, he's comfortable on the ball, he doesn't panic, under pressure, and at the same time the college game is very physical and fast and you're playing, he's 18 years old, you're playing against 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds that have, some of these guys live in the weight room.
Standing at 5'10" and 145 pounds, the freshman winger may not be the biggest player on the field, but he makes it up with his speed and knowledge of the game.
All the new guys have brought something different, and everyone is special in their own way, but Ari just brings a sense of, speed and danger to the back line. He's scored, 5 or 6 goals, I think, and, it's really helped us in games.
And what are his goals as a Mustang?
My goals is really just to work hard, give it all on the practice pitch, so on game times, I'm ready.
Now, Ari's father was a professional soccer player, playing for 4 MLS teams, including Tampa Bay Mutiny and DC United. Ari says he hopes one day to be just as good, if not better, than his dad. Denzel Quarterman, Mustang News.
Ari has scored 5 goals and has had 3 assists thus far in his first season as a Mustang. The team hits the road to play Sac State this Saturday at 4 p.m. Cal Poly football is headed to Missoula Saturday. The Mustangs will play against the University of Montana after shutting out Weber State at home 47-0. Quarterback Dano Graves and running back Kristen Ivory will lead Cal Poly on offense and keep the momentum going against what head coach Tim Walsh called the best defense they faced since Fresno State. Overcoming crowd noise will be a crucial step.
I like to make the analogy, they are to Montana what Oregon is to Oregon. And I have had the opportunity to coach at Oregon. I've had the opportunity to coach at Georgia, some big places with a lot of people, the Army-Navy game. There is not a louder stadium in the United States of America than the University of Montana.
Cal Poly has a record of 1-9 at Montana's Washington Grizzly Stadium. And that's it for sports this week. Check out our Monday show for a recap of sports from this upcoming weekend.
Thanks, Aaron. Well, coming up on Polywood, a popular television comedian entertained Cal Poly students this week.
For it. It's mostly just like one guy who's like, yeah!
We've had some great performances on campus recently.
And I hear there are some good ones coming up. Christina Favuzzi is here with your Polywood News.
Thanks, Olivia and Briana. Bravo Slow is a preview of the 20 upcoming performances at the Cohen Center and Spanos Theater this year. It will be held at the Performing Arts Center this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Many performances from musical and choral ensembles, dance groups, Forbes pipe organ, and film shorts, plus much more will be occurring throughout the day. You can talk with the performers and win prizes, including VIP backstage passes to the shows. The event is free. One local cafe is providing people with an outlet to share funny, sad, and entertaining stories. Once a month at Linnea's Cafe, people tell stories relating to the theme of the night. Last night, storytellers followed the theme of calling the troops.
I love the stories. They're such a diverse slice of life from everybody's experience, from everybody's past.
The next Slow Leo will be on November 20th at Linnea's. You can find out the theme on Slow Leo's website. Woods Humane Society is hosting a 1-mile walk on Saturday. Wiggle Waggle Walk is a dog walk through San Luis Obispo ending at Mitchell Park. The walk is a fundraiser for the Humane Society. It includes a pet fair and a superhero costume contest for dogs. Registration is $15, but children under 12 walk for free. Participants get a t-shirt and a goodie bag. Head to woodshumanesociety.com to register. That sounds fun. And comedian DJ TJ Miller entertained Cal Poly students in Chumash Auditorium Wednesday night.
I'm a polyfaceted individual, okay? I'm a polygon, in many ways, a shapeshifter. I'll go from a rectangle to a triangle to a rhombus.
Miller appears regularly on the hit television show Chelsea Lately and also starred in the film She's Out of My League. The show was free for Cal Poly students and sponsored by ASI Events. If you're looking for something to do tonight, head over to the PAC. KCPR is hosting an open mic night at the Pavilion Room in the PAC. It runs from 8 to 10 p.m. and will feature live music, poetry, and comedy. There will also be free food and coffee. Get your tickets early if you want to check out Cal Poly's improv comedy group, Smile and Nod. The student comics took to the stage last Saturday for 2 sold-out shows in the Black Box Theater on campus. The audience turnout was so high that show organizers had to turn people away. The theme of the show was battle between ancient Greeks and Greek life.
Frat guys, 1, 2, 3. Get back in here, frat guys. All right.
Their shows are so great. Now, if you missed the show, you can catch Smile and Nod again this coming Saturday night. The first show starts at 7 and the second one is at 8:30. Tickets are available at the door for $5 or you can reserve spots on their website. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Thanks, Christina.
So, as kids, we learn about different sounds that animals make.
Right. But one musician asks, in the latest viral video, what does the fox say?
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, frog goes croak, and the elephant goes toot. Ducks say quack, and fish go blow.
The song is written and sung by brothers from a Norwegian comedy group.
And the song became popular after appearing on the Ellen DeGennaro show. I actually watched the Ellen show when this was on.
Yes.
I did not know what it meant, but who knows? It's the latest hit right now.
Yes, and it's on the radio too. Well, that's it for today's Mustang News. You can watch all of our weekly broadcasts on UHTV Channel 7, Campus Channel 2, and Charter Channel 19.
Have a great weekend, Cal Poly. See you later.